last we left off, you guys were in the middle of defending a fortress that I 100% remember the name of.
Fort Marshlight.
Fort Marshlight, yeah. That's why I write these things down, because I would forget every single NPC name, and then I would forget every single town name, and then I would be like, yeah, you guys are in a town. You're talking to a guy. This is where I'd be without my notes. But anyway, let's get to it. Last we left off, we were at the beginning of the round. So, Ruben, your turn is coming up in a minute here. But it is currently these kobolds. A bunch of kobolds are going to go in front of you. This guy is going to make it over the edge and step over the wall. They're swarming over the wall on the west side of the fortress. Meanwhile, on the northeast side, they're going to unleash a volley of crossbow bolts at the two guards attempting to push them off. So that is going to be, what is that, 5? 3, 4, 5. Oh, a couple of them will hit. So one of the guards goes down based on the critical hit damage. Yep, okay, that guy's dead. At the end of all of that, Ruben, it is your turn. There are more kobolds streaming through the front gates right here. It looks like there are even more that are going to enter.
Alrighty. Ruben's gonna do as usual, attack the people in front of him.
Alright, there are 3 dead kobolds right next to you.
Yeah, then there's fourth one.
There's
right?
also a live one.
Alright.
Alright. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack.
Figure out what spells I should be casting with my bonus action.
I believe you are currently concentrating on Divine Favor. Is that a concentration
And
spell? No, you're concentrating on Shield of Faith.
Not, but Shield of Faith is. Yeah, so I don't really want to do anything for my bonus action for that part. So it looks like I'm good to attack him. And I should be able to use my Vow of Enmity, because I killed the last guy who had it on. So I should be able to attack with advantage. Critical hit!
Alright, yeah, roll critical damage. This kobold's probably dead.
26 damage.
Yeah, it is dead. You cut this one in half as well. I mean, it roars out something in Draconic before you finish it off. But yeah, it goes down very easily.
Does this thing only had 7 health left?
The kobolds only have 7 health.
Wow.
It's just they are heavily armored, so they have a pretty high AC.
Alright, I'm gonna go attack this guy, because this guy looks like he's dead.
Trying to get your token real quick to the top. There we go. Yeah, make an attack. Yep, that one's dead.
Alright, 25.
25, that will hit. Even through the heavy armor that the kobold is wearing, the scale armor.
Man, I'm getting pretty good rolls today. That's 18.
18 damage. Yeah, you are cutting down these kobolds as you make your approach. That one is dead as well. Oh. Anything else you'd like to do? I believe you still have a bonus action.
Well, I'm at full health. And I have all my bonuses up, so nothing really comes to mind.
Alright, we will move on. Some of the kobolds are going to go. More of them are pouring over the walls. The scout is going to go. I believe one of these is already dead. The scout is going to take some attacks, using its bow against the wyvern over here, firing at the one that just killed his comrade. Both of that will hit. That's 3 and then 3. Yeah, these guards are streaming up the wall, up the stairs, trying to stop the kobolds that are climbing over the wall at the moment. He will get off an attack. That'll be a 15. That does not hit. It bounces off of the shield that the kobold's carrying. Kazi, it is your turn.
Oh, oops. I was trying to cast something, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea anymore.
I believe you are still concentrating on Call Lightning.
Yes, I'm trying to see if I cast Fireball, who I'm going to hit. That's all. There's only bad guys in that sphere, right?
I believe so, yeah. All the guards in that area are dead.
Alright, then Kazi's going to... Should Kazi cast Fireball or should he keep casting Lightning Strike? How damaged are the 2 wyverns?
This one is bloodied. This one is not wounded at all.
Okay. Well, Kazi is not going to cast Fireball. He's going to cast Lightning Strike on that guy. Not Lightning Strike, but striking with lightning.
All right. It will make a dexterity saving throw. I believe that is the throw it needs to make. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
You might be able to find it in your active effects, I think.
I did.
Okay. Yep, go ahead and roll damage. That will definitely be a failure. Point takes, makes a dexterity saving throw. Okay, 24 lightning damage. Yeah, the lightning arcs across the creature, slamming into it, leaving it mostly charred. It is heavily wounded, but still standing. But barely. It sort of stumbles as it is now standing on the roof, trying to get its grip. Like, the wyverns don't really... They have a whistling roar on like a dragon. It's like they're whistling through a number of teeth. And they have a whistling roar. And it lets out a really sad one as it is near death. Anything else you'd like to do, Kazi?
No. That's all Kazi can do.
Alright, this wyvern is going to, with its rider, swoop down. Actually, how far can it go? Oh, it's not taking the dead guy on the ground with it. It's not taking them either. They can go pretty far. Oh, yeah, that's what they're going to do. This wyvern is going to swoop down straight towards you guys. In a dive. Very not quite the same as the birds of prey that you guys have been fighting just a couple days before. This thing is not trying to grab you. It's trying to stab you with its stinger. So that is going to be a stinging attack against you, Kazi. And against Adrien, it is going to attempt to bite you at the same time.
Even though Kazi's under the overhang and hiding on the inside?
Yes, the stinger has a 10-foot reach.
Oh, okay.
That is going to be a 10 to hit. I'm assuming
Fail.
that does not hit. And that is going to be, Adrien against you, that is going to be a 23 to hit. That will deal 17 piercing damage. Adrien? Noah? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, that's definitely going to hit regardless of what I do with shield. I only could have blocked like an 18 with that. So that's 7 damage. Let me apply that to my character.
Got it?
Got that. Now, with 17 damage, what con save do I roll? Is that just DC 10 or is that higher?
Are you making... Yeah, you are concentrating on haste. That will be...
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be DC 10. It's half the damage or 10, whatever is higher.
Okay. 18, so good.
Yep, you hold on to concentration. You are, of course, with your feet, you are trained, you are prepared for these types of situations where you're feeling a bunch of pain and trying to hold on to a spell. But that will end the wyvern's turn. Gerald is just catching up to you, Ruben, and he is going to run forward. He's going to get he has just enough speed, and he is going to, that will, in fact, I believe that will, oh yeah, that will barely miss because of the kobold's shield. Does it have, yeah, it has a shield. Okay. Yep, that will barely miss, but then he is going to attack again. He can make multiple attacks. That will hit, and then that will hit. These two kobolds go down in front of you, Ruben. But the gate is still remaining wide open at the moment. The wounded wyvern is going to go next. However, it is currently restrained by Kreth's vines. Kreth, I believe it has to make a strength saving throw against your spell save DC. So it's going to make that. What is your spell save DC?
That. Where do I even find that?
If you go to your spells list, it's at the top. Where are you, by the way?
14.
I can't find Kreth. Where'd Kreth go? What?
Yeah, it has to make a 14.
Okay, it does succeed, so it manages to rip apart the vines covering it. However, I'm not sure if that's at the end of its turn or at the beginning. So let me double check here.
Let me check.
You used...
At the start of each of its turns, it takes 1d6.
Alright, yeah, it is also going to take a d6 of damage, piercing damage. And that is 5. It is still alive, somehow. It is going to rip its way out of the vines. It is going to roar, and it does not have a rider at the moment, so instead it's going to take a look across the battle, and it is actually going to fly away, using its movement to retreat from the fight. So it is going to leave, barely alive.
Does it pass within, like...
I'm gonna leave it here on the edge of the map. It doesn't quite get out of range at the moment. So it is currently just east of the fortress walls. The knight is going to make some attacks, continuing to fight some kobolds. There's 11 and 20. That will hit this guy. So this guy goes down. A lot of casualties on both sides, it looks like, as a number of guards are falling. So he attacks. That will... 17 will not hit this kobold. So yeah, the scout is currently there's a melee happening on the western wall at the moment. That will hit. And does 3 damage. Not enough to kill the kobold. It is a sad day for this guard, as he is currently staring down 5 crossbows. These 2 kobolds are dead. Kreth, it is now your turn. Oh, you're currently... Hang on.
Oh,
I will place you. There you go.
Me. I'm like on top of him.
I placed you over the... I placed you over on...
To reload the page, because for some reason it bugged out.
Unfortunate.
Alright, so there's a guy in front of me. Which is the one I have marked? Is that the one with the...
Oh, I will
it?
place him so that you can see him, but he is currently retreating way over here.
Oh, that's lame. Can I move that mark to the one right in front of me?
Yes, you can. No, actually, I don't believe you can unless the creature is dead. But the creature is still within range of your crossbow. If the target drops 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can take a bonus action to move the mark. So that creature will be marked.
How are they both looking?
The one that you have marked is looking almost dead, and the other one isn't even wounded yet. The one that's right next to you.
Alright, I don't think that one deserves to move on, so I'm gonna stop him. But how many? So there's 2 wyverns left, or is there something else here?
There are 2 wyverns left in this courtyard. There are also a couple of kobolds still on the walls.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna shoot that wyvern twice to start out.
All right, the one you have
the
marked.
one that's in front.
Or the one that's in front of you.
Marked.
Okay.
13 and 23.
Hang on 1 second. What's the range on your crossbow? Actually, it doesn't matter because this will be at disadvantage. You're currently being threatened by the wyvern right here.
Oh, can I move back a few feet?
You can, but it will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh, well...
Actually, no, if you shoot this one, and you... No, attack of opportunity is willing, isn't it?
What if... Hold on. What if I don't roll with disadvantage because I use something really cool and I use a luck point?
Yeah, sure. You can use luck here.
Just say I use that so that... Or does that...
Yeah, your first 2 rolls...
Does that just negate the disadvantage, or does that give me advantage?
Yes. Oh, wait, so...
That doesn't answer the question.
Shoot.
I asked an or question.
That will make it a normal roll, which you did roll a 13.
And I rolled a 23, so one of them hits.
Yeah, you did roll a 13. But Celsi is within 10 feet of you, and she is going to use her reaction to add plus 10 to that. So that first one will hit. Go ahead and roll damage for the first attack.
Okay, cool. Why do I keep rolling so terribly on these d10s? Alright. That's better.
I got
so that's
down.
14 plus 9.
Nope.
That's 19. That's 22 for the first attack.
There we go.
Second attack.
The first attack brings the creature down, actually.
Oh.
You do 6 plus 5. It is...
Does that mean I lose that second attack?
You launch out... You can redirect it. You launch your first crossbow bolt, and it slams into the creature, like into the main body of this creature, and it just falls from the sky. And you turn your crossbow on the wyvern next to you. Or do you attack the kobold on top of the wyvern?
Nah. I'm gonna attack the wyvern, and I'm also using my bonus action to move that mark to that wyvern.
Okay.
I thought he's already made 2 attacks, though.
He did, but the first attack killed his first attack killed the wyvern. He would have seen that before making the second attack.
Okay. Because
All right.
Do I have
Celsi
to
is
make
the
2
guy that's
attacks with
doing
the same weapon? Extra attack? No, it doesn't say anything. So I'm just gonna attack the second one with my short sword.
Yeah, roll with your short sword. This will be a normal roll. It is currently marked, so I will mark it.
And then I think I forget what the proficiency gets with the short sword, but I think it was something different.
It should say on your attack there, I believe. It should automatically say. Yeah, Vex. If you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to the creature, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn. And you do, 26 will hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
almost a crit.
Okay. Bam and bam. Wow, okay, I'm re-rolling the d6. So that's 10, 16 damage.
16 damage. Yeah, you stab your short sword into this creature. It roars in pain, but it's quite a large creature and can take quite a lot of damage before going down.
Then yeah, that's my turn.
Next is going to be some of the scouts. They're currently meleeing on the western wall. That second one will hit. He's going to roll damage real quick. This guy's taken 4 damage. These guys are all dead. It is the Jackal's turn. Kazi, would you like your Jackal to do anything?
It is just gonna keep hiding.
Oh,
Do I need to reroll stealth or no?
No. This guy is going to make a dexterity, not a saving throw, but he's going to make a dexterity check. That will be a natural 20. He manages to get over the wall. And where are we here? And this guy is going to run forward and make an attack against what appears to be one of the commanders of the fortress. So that will be an attack with the short sword. That will only be an 8. The commander, quickly drawing his daggers, he manages to deflect the sword of the kobold. This guard is wounded and he's going to retreat a little bit here. This scout is going to fire some arrows down. A lot of stuff is happening in this fight. Oh wow, both of those will hit. Yeah, this guy will go down, and this guy will take 4 damage. That'll be 1 hit. 10. This guy will go down. This guard is fighting with spear. That will not hit. This guy is going to make it up to the top here. This scout is going to see the wyvern attacking you guys, and he is going to shoot his bow. Unfortunately, both of them, the first one scatters across the scales of the creature, but the second one manages to bite in. That will be 9 damage against the wyvern. It's Celsi Weaver's turn. What do you guys want Celsi to do?
Take out the wyverns and then focus on the little dudes. And heal any soldier or scout on our side, guard or scout, and heal them.
Alright. She is going to then, she is just going to take her warhammer. She's going to take her mace and just hit the creature. That is going to be a 20. That will definitely hit. She does 8 points of damage, just slamming it into the side of the creature. She is going to make another attack because she can make an attack with her bonus action, and that will be another 8 damage on the creature. That is her turn at the moment. All these kobolds are dead. The owl, Adrien, would you like your owl to do anything? Adrien? You're muted again.
I forgot I was muted. So yeah, the owl's just gonna stay where it is.
Okay. Alright, and this kobold is going to go... How far can it get? Oh, yeah, actually, it can run up the stairs. This kobold is going to get to here, and it is going to attack you, and it will have advantage, because kobolds benefit from pack tactics. That is going to be a natural 20, unfortunately, Kreth.
Can I use a luck point?
For this, I would say no. You would have to say you're using a luck point before you get attacked.
Okay.
Before I roll. Also, the kobold rolled a natural 1 and then a natural 20. That will be... Oh, no, wait. Sorry. Rolled critical damage. That will be 10 points of damage. As you're so focused on the wyvern, you don't see this little creature, much shorter than even a dwarf. This thing's only 3 feet tall. And it just stabs into your side, in between your armor, shouting something draconic. Oh, Adrien, can you mute yourself again?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I can hear it's off and on. Ruben. You hear the flap of wings, but not of the wyverns. Instead, this is a much smaller creature, as appearing over the wall is a kobold, one of the mini kobolds that you've been fighting, except for it is black scaled and it is winged. So it is flying up in the air. It looks down, points at you, and it is going to cast lightning bolt. From the angle, it'll only hit you and Gerald. It would be able to catch. So I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Also, I don't know why it says the spell DC is 8. It is not 8. Alright. You rolled for your horse, Ruben. Gerald is also going to roll dexterity saving throw. Oh wow, he's an insane bonus. Ruben, you rolled for your horse. Ruben?
I think that's worth counterspelling.
Yeah. How much damage was it?
I don't think Andrew's rolled damage yet, but it's 8d6 lightning damage.
Yeah, that's worth counterspelling.
And it's hitting several allies.
Yeah, it's worth counterspelling.
What is the range on counterspell?
Hey, Andrew.
Yes.
Andrew.
60 feet.
Hang on, Andrew. That doesn't work.
Why not?
You can't hit all those people because he's 60 feet in the air, so it'd be almost straight down beam.
Yeah, that's why I clarified this is only hitting Gerald and Ruben, who are right next to each other.
Okay.
The angle is incorrect on this
that makes
template.
sense.
So...
But I need Ruben to roll a dexterity saving throw, and he has rolled one for his horse, it looks like.
Oh
but
no,
not
if the winged
for
kobold...
himself.
Yeah, no, if the winged kobold is all the way over there and 60 feet in the air, I can't reach it with counterspell, so never mind.
Ruben, did you need to roll... Oh, there you go.
I mean, me and Gerald both have a +2 because of my aura.
Ah, okay. Gerald rolled a 17. You rolled, it looks like, an 8. Unfortunately, you needed to beat a 13, so you would have failed, but Gerald succeeded. You are going to take 30 lightning damage. Gerald will take half as much. The arcs of this huge lightning bolt strikes, like crackles across the wings of the creature, and then slams down into the two of you. Your horse is fine because you take any attacks for your horse, but you are looking a little sizzled after that lightning strike. Also, yeah, make a concentration check.
Yeah, I passed.
Alright, yep, so you main concentration. That will be the end of its turn. Yeah, it only has that much flying speed. So it is now hovering 60 feet above you. Meanwhile, this guard is going to also make its way. They're trying to defend the wall while kobolds are pouring over it. This kobold's still alive. So it's going to make an attack. That'll be a 22 to hit. Nope, that's not damage. There we go. 7. This guard is looking heavily wounded, but is still alive. Adrien, you are up next right after this guard. This guard is going to run over here and then dash, managing to make it go through the building and then run up the stairs. Adrien, you're up.
Adrien is going to... I think Adrien is probably going to action disengage and then run down the steps.
Okay. Yep,
Pretty much as far as he can down the steps.
I can move you over there.
Can he not see the wyvern from here?
How about now?
Yeah, he can see it.
There you go.
And then he is going to cast Eldritch Blast as usual.
Alright, as a bonus action?
Action and bonus action.
Oh, yeah, you are hasted. Alright, roll your attacks. That will all hit. Yeah, that will all hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
6, 11, 7. So that's 19. That's 32 damage spread across 4 attacks.
It is now bloodied, that wyvern. So,
and that is my full turn.
Alright, it is Herbert's turn. Kazi, what would you like Herbert to do?
Oh, goodness.
Is he just now getting into the fight? Or grips at least?
Would you like Herbert to run
He's
north?
going to, yeah.
There you go.
He's gonna go. That's how far do you move him?
Oh, I moved him. That's not telling me. 16 feet, so he still has a good 15 feet. He can move 3 more spaces. No, wait, or no, he is not
No,
that fast.
20.
Oh, he can move 1 more space with his normal movement.
Can you move him 1 space forward? And is he tall enough to reach over the wall and whack this guy?
I would say so. The walls aren't particularly high in this fortress. Or maybe I did say they were high. I don't remember the exact height that I gave. But yeah, the Herbert is a large creature.
Okay.
Make an attack with the Axe of Wounding.
Actually, how far is he away from that guy?
Yeah, Herbert can just barely make out the winged kobold hovering over the walls over there.
Yeah, he's gonna grab his great axe, smash the dude on the wall.
That will not hit. Unfortunately, the kobold manages to bring its shield around and deflect the blow, even as it slams into the kobold, like knocking him to the ground, and manages to get up, but he is not wounded.
Herbert can't do anything else.
As the top of the round again, the scout captain is going to be fighting the same one that is attacking the same one that Herbert just attacked. That is a 17. That will barely miss. And then that is going to be another attack. That is going to be an 11. This is just not the scouting captain's day. Okay, a lot of kobolds now go. This kobold is going to hop off the back of the winged wyvern. And it's actually going to go to here, right next to Kreth, and he's going to stab you with a dagger. But that's going to be 18 to hit, Kreth.
Yeah, it hits.
Alright. And that will be damage. 5 damage. These 2 little annoying creatures are, like, stabbing you while you're trying to focus on.
To me.
Meanwhile, fighting on the wall. Also, you can roll a concentration check to see if you maintain. Oh, will that hit a guard? Yeah, 11 will not hit a guard. Okay, keep going.
Was that to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one will hit. Youch, 9 damage. It doesn't look good for this
Is it the
guard.
concentration check or saving throw, or does it really matter?
All of these guys. Ruben, it is now your turn. There are some kobolds that are about to move through the gate after the end of your turn.
Can I shut the gate?
Yes, you can do that as your action. Now that all the there's no kobolds currently contesting the gate at the moment.
Shut the gate then.
Yeah, you managed to slam the gates, barring the door. The gate is no longer allowing more kobolds to enter the fortress through this path. I'm actually going to remove these kobolds from the initiative.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna use 25 points of lay on hands.
On who? On yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. With divine light, you manage to your wounds just seal right back up, or at least the burn marks, the singiness goes away from being struck by lightning. The scout is going to make some attacks. The first one will miss, but the second one will hit. See if this kobold goes down. It does not. It takes 4 points of damage, just a shot to the arm, nothing lethal. 15, that will not hit. Kazi, it is back to you. There's still a wyvern. It is bloodied, but it is still very much alive. Looking very focused on you at the moment.
He's gonna hit it with lightning again.
Alright.
Oops, wrong. Shoot.
So I will point out that you can hit all 3 of these guys are within 5 feet of each other. So you can hit them.
Oh, with that same lightning bolt?
Yeah, it's an area of effect if you're using Call Lightning.
Yeah.
It's all creatures within 5 feet of each other, and that would hit all 3 of these guys.
Oh.
Yeah, they are going to make dexterity saving throws, but it doesn't matter for these kobolds because even if they succeed, they die instantly anyway. So I'm just gonna... They're dead. This creature is going to make a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC. That will fail, taking 25 points of lightning damage. They are looking even more rough than they were a moment ago, but that wyvern is still alive. I don't know why marking them as dead does not count on the initiative. Does not give the big skull, it just gives them a little skull. There we go. Alright, is there anything else you'd like to do, Kazi? You still have your bonus action.
It.
Okay. The Wyvern is going to immediately go. Its 2 riders have just been fried, so it is going to roar and then angrily attack you with both its stinger and its jaws. There's going to be a 22 to hit, and then that is going to be a critical hit with the bite.
Who is he attacking?
You.
Oh.
All
What was the other number? 22?
22 and 27.
Could I use my reaction to... What can I... What? Well, that's not a reaction. Oh. I thought Misty Step could be cast as a reaction. Well, that's gonna hurt.
Yes, that will, because the stinger injects into you, and immediately you take 7 piercing and 18 poison damage. As the stinger, you feel a rush of this horrible corrosive liquid that is poisoning you from the inside. And then the jaws clamp around your arm. That is going to be 16 piercing damage as a disturbingly large chunk of your arm is torn off, scales and all.
Yeah.
Yes, 25 and then 16. You
I'm
are
bloody.
looking rough. But that will end the Wyvern's turn, and it's not going to... Yeah, guys would get attacks against it, so it can't really go anywhere. Geralt's turn.
Kai's gonna kind of fall into his butt and yell, "Sophie!"
She is going to say, I'm on it! I'm on it! Meanwhile, across the battle, Geralt can't really... He's a melee fighter. He can't really do much against a winged kobold, but he is going to... He's going to run to the western wall. Pushing past all the guards, he is going to just start cutting down kobolds left and right, the ones that are pouring over that side of the wall. That is an 18, that will hit. That is an 11, that will not hit. Oh, he has 3 attacks. And then that is a 14. I suppose all of these guys are the heavily armored kobolds. So that will be 1 that goes down. Yep, that kobold is obliterated. Yeah, one of the knights that is still... The western wall is getting very crowded, if anybody can see this. I don't think... It's funny, because I don't think any of you guys can see the western wall, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 creatures just on that section of wall. But anyway...
Like we're...
Right, yeah, right here.
Oh, right there.
It's
These
just out of
guys
your...
are bad guys.
It's just out of all of your guys' view, but there's 5 guards and then 10 kobolds on the wall. Yeah, that knight. The scout is gonna go. Yeah, he's in the middle of a pretty intense melee. 18, and then the 11. The 18 will actually hit, and will deal damage to this kobold. These guards are both dead. These kobolds are dead. Kreth, it is your turn. The Wyvern rears up, looking to finish off your comrade, Kazi. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoot at it. No, actually, I'm gonna stab it. I'll have to reload the page again.
You have advantage on this attack because of your Vex, because of your sheer skill with a short.
All right, I'm still trying to load in. It's really slow right now for some reason.
There are a lot of tokens on the board. Is anybody else having an issue with slowness?
I'm gonna try and open the link again because I can't get in.
Weird.
The only slowness I'm having trouble with is just moving my... It's a little slow to respond when I move the map, that's all.
Ah.
I can't get in at all. It won't even load.
Weird.
I can't even click the link and I just get stuck in the intro thing.
I can reload the whole thing if you guys want.
I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, let me do that.
I could try restarting.
I'm gonna restart the whole program.
I'll restart my computer too, just in case.
Alright, is back up. Everybody can rejoin. I fixed my network problems from last week. I now have a switch instead of a router.
I got back in. What switch did you get?
I don't know, just some cheap one off of Amazon.
Ah.
What is it, actually? It's a Netgear switch.
Okay.
I just
We're
needed...
still waiting on...
Yeah, I needed more ports because I have multiple devices on my desk. I have a network-attached storage device, which has a couple of terabytes of old drives that I reused. We'll wait for Kreth to get back on. while that's happening, I will quick do some things that are across the map, so I don't think they're going to affect Kreth. Oh, wow. Okay. This scout has decided to be really good at his job. That's another kobold that goes down. Yeah, with you guys distracting the wyverns, there's nothing particularly deadly for the... There's nothing taking out all of these guards with the wyverns being incapacitated.
Okay, I'm back in.
Ooh, ouch. That will hit. 4 damage. He gets a small cut. Kreth, it is now your turn.
Okay, I stab him. I stab wyvern.
Alright, make an attack. Is it working better now?
I got back in, so I don't know.
Sweet, okay.
I don't know why I wasn't loading. And
And you had advantage, by the way, so you can roll again. Just to
well,
see if
does
you...
it matter? Those are both my attacks.
Yeah, but if you could crit.
That's true. Okay. Then okay, so that for those first 2 are just both my rolls for the first attack, and I'll roll the second one with advantage. Okay, they
Okay.
both
Yep.
just hit.
Both of those attacks will hit.
Alright.
And then it is wounded now. And you have it marked.
Let's re-roll that 10. So the first attack does 19 damage? No, I'm wrong. It doesn't do 19 damage. It does 20. No. 25.
25?
5 plus 6 is 11 plus 19. Wait, no, this plus 14, so that's 25. Yeah.
You re-rolled one of
Second.
these numbers, didn't you?
Yeah, because with Piercer, I can re-roll one of the damage dice. And I re-rolled the d10. That only rolled a 4.
Where did you roll a d10 on your damage?
The first roll, that adds 6 to get the total of 10.
No, that was a 1d6
Was-
on your
Oh.
choice.
Yeah,
you
I don't know
actually...
why I rolled d10. This one. Wait, no, I don't actually want to re-roll that one in that case. That's
Okay.
fine.
That's 10
that does,
plus 6 plus 8, I believe. So that will be
Yeah.
math, which is 24. If I can count. Yeah, that is 24.
Yep.
24 damage. Youch, okay. It is still alive. Go ahead and roll damage on your second attack.
Is it my my crossbow is the one that does 20 damage, I think?
Yeah, your crossbow
I'm
rolls
just
the
rolling to
d10.
check. I'm not actually attacking. I'm just... Okay, never mind.
Your crossbow rolls a
That's
d10.
okay. That's why I got mixed up. That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, second attack. Oh, I'm gonna re-roll that.
Isn't
There
it
we
one?
go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that will be...
So that's
6 plus...
12, so that's 20.
It is dead. Your second blow finally stabs right in... Yeah, as it's focused on Kazi, you just step forward and you jam your short sword into its eye, and it, after a loud screech flailing around, it goes down. That will finish it off. The wyverns now all lay dead. This kobold is gonna go. This kobold is gonna go. That will hit. 4 damage against this guy. Yeah, one of those will hit. 6. This one will go down. Yeah, there's not much. Most of the kobolds have actually been cleared from the battlefield while this fight against the wyverns has gone on. Oh yeah, this guy's going to, of course, shoot at the kobold that's currently trying to stab his scout captain. Both of those will hit, so this kobold goes down and is dead. That will be... This scout is looking rough, but he is going to move closer. And it is Celsi Weaver, so Celsi is going to... She has healing spells. Oh yeah, she's going to cast Mass Healing Word.
Yeah, that's
And that will hit... How many people can that target? Up to 6 creatures of your choice. Heal an amount. Also, so you guys will heal 15 health because you're in the gold mark region. So this guy actually goes straight back up to full health. But Kazi, you heal 15, and Kreth, you heal 15. And what is the range on this? Oh, this is 60 feet. Is there anybody else? Adrien, are you wounded?
Technically not. He's down to 5 temp HP, though.
Okay. Yeah, that'll just hit some other allies will get some more health. But otherwise, there's nobody else that's really wounded nearby.
They're all dead.
But yeah, mass healing. That's mass healing word. That's actually a bonus action. So she is going to start heading this way. The owl, unless is the owl doing anything?
No, the owl is just staying there.
I gotta say,
Why do you have to roll a DC 30 con save? Why do we have to roll a...
I don't know. You don't have to roll anything because I don't know why that appeared. That might be Ruben must have changed his health or something.
Yeah, that's what it looks.
Also, Ruben, did you change your health because you were outside of the range of that healing spell?
He changed his health.
Yeah, I did, because I was a little bit down, and when you mentioned that the healing does a bit more in the gold mark region, I realized I would have been at full health.
Ah, okay, yeah. Yep, makes sense.
Healers up.
Yeah. This card will go, and then the winged kobold is still hovering above you. It is going to fly a little bit over here, and then it is going to cast another spell. Yeah, it's just going to cast. It's going to cast lightning bolt again.
Is it even within 60 feet of Adrien this time, or is Adrien even further away than last time?
Adrien, no, he's closer, but he's like over 100 feet away. And also
Okay.
out of view. There's a house sort of obscuring your vision, or no, one of the fortress buildings. This time, blasting it into a group of the guards that have gathered up.
Wait,
Yes,
can't Kazi hit him?
that is a 60 feet. You are, I would say, about 80
Oh.
feet away.
Okay, so I can't counterspell it then.
That will kill the guards regardless of what they roll. So, like, blast, you guys hear an explosion and another crackle of lightning, and all of these soldiers go down. Unfortunately, they were all grouped up. Then how much can he fly? Nope. Can't. That's as far as he can move, actually. Those guards are all dead. Those kobolds are all dead. Oh, nope. This one's still alive. This one's going to try and stab Gerald. Yeah, neither of those will hit. This guard is going to go. Man, there's a lot of dead bodies on this wall. A lot of dead bodies. Adrien, it is now your turn.
Just as I mute myself because my printer
Yep, it's pretty loud.
ramps back up. Alright. The game's paused.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Adrien is gonna move back up the stairs so he can actually see any kobolds that are remaining.
You can continue along this wall. So this path will take you to the western wall pretty quickly. If you want to go, I believe your speed is increased. So this will keep going. Or you can, or this will take you back down the stairs, and there are stairs in this building as well.
Will it get me back up in view of that kobold that's lightning storming people?
If
Or
you go over
lightning
here,
bolting people?
if you go over here, it will.
Okay.
All right. How much movement speed do you have?
60 because it doubles.
Okay. That's 30, and then that is 60 total. Right here, you can just barely see up in the air the winged kobold flying 60 feet in the air right here.
Okay. And Eldritch Blast is 120 feet, so I should be able to hit him, right?
Yes, he is within range of that.
Alright. Alright. So that is 11, 25, crit fail, 14, 14, and 26.
One actually pings off of the tower here. You were aiming a little bit too far to the side. But the 11, 14, 14, the kobold manages to dodge. The 26 and the 25 both hit.
Okay. He's got an AC of at least 5 and 11 damage.
16 points of damage. Yeah, that definitely wounds the kobold. But the winged kobold is not bloodied yet. And I will remove this lightning bolt. There we go. Alright, is that your turn?
Yeah, because that's bonus action and action.
Alright, it is Herbert's turn.
And I'll move it.
Kazi, what would you like Herbert to do?
Alrighty. Is the dude next to Herbert still alive? The little guy?
Yes, this guy's dead.
Okay. Herbert. Why can't Herbert see through those shadows in here?
Oh, the Herbert doesn't have a sight. Actually, I'll give Herbert's token vision real quick. There we go.
Oh.
That's what I mean by the western wall. You guys should be able
Agree.
to see it now, I think.
There's a lot of guys on that wall. Okay. Okay. Herbert is going to stay back here. Loading. He's gonna... Wait, is that guy still 60 feet in the air?
Yes.
Can Herbert hit him with a 60-foot range spell or no?
No. You'd be a bit further than 60 feet away.
Okay.
For the purposes of this, I will say 75 feet.
Alright.
Could do trigonometry if we want. But yes.
Herbert's gonna cast Magic Missile at him.
Alright, that's
the
3
wand.
bolts doing 2 damage each, so that'll be 6 damage, correct? 6 force damage?
Yes.
Yep. The bolts slam into the kobold, though it seems more annoyed than anything else by that attack.
Herbert is gonna scoot backward.
Okay. We go back to the scouting captain. The scouting captain, there's currently no enemies nearby, so instead, the man is going to shout over to you guys, your group over here. There's more coming over the western wall! And he is going to run off, so he's going to use his entire movement speed to make his way down the stairs and out into the spot, and then he's going to make some attacks. That will hit. That kobold, one of the kobolds is very dead. Oh, and then he does see the winged kobold, so he's going to make attack against that one too. That will be a 22. That will hit. And that will do 10 damage. It is now bloodied. The winged one is. Where was I? Oh, I'm at the very beginning. Skipping back, we are now in... What can these guys see? What can these guys see? Not a lot. There, they're gonna move. So, above you, you hear the clattering of the loading of crossbow bolts, Ruben, as above you on the wall, some kobolds are looking down, ready to fire at you. This guy is actually not going to make it to the edge of the wall, so he won't be able to, but he's going to dash. But there's going to be 4 heavy crossbow bolts against you. 2, 3, 4. Oh, that is actually a crit. So the majority of the heavy bolts slam into you, but just most of them ping off your armor. One of them pings off of the divine shield you have conjured, but one of them manages to actually crack the shield a little bit and skip through, grazing you. It will do... Oh, no, wait, that is a critical hit. 15 points of piercing damage. That is probably the lucky shot of the decade. That will end this group, though. And Ruben, is now your turn. I will say they are 15 feet above you, give or take, up on this wall here. Ruben?
Yeah?
It is your turn.
Oh. Yeah, how easy would it be for me to get up there?
Have you used your ability of your Fey Steed? I believe it has a Fey Step.
Yeah,
So-
it does.
so it
I
can-
have not used my ability.
Yep, it can teleport up to 60 feet away.
Yeah, so I guess I might just teleport right on top of the wall.
Much to the surprise of this group of kobolds, yeah, you teleport onto the wall here with your steed.
And then I want to say hello by attacking them.
Yeah, the kobold screams before you cut it in half. Because based off of your minimum damage, you are killing this thing. Yeah, it is dead.
Alright, now I'm going for his buddy.
Okay. That will also hit. And that, yeah, you cut down a second one. That will go down. Anything else you'd like to do, Ruben? You still have your movement. You can get... It's a little weird, but I can move you closer if that's where you want to be.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else.
Alright, this guy is going to move as well, but he's going to need a dash to get out into the open. Kazi, it is your turn. All of the kobolds and wyverns have been killed that you can see from your immediate vantage point.
Glenn? Can Kazi see? Yeah, Kazi can see the guy, right?
You cannot see the flying kobold from where you're standing.
No?
Oh, you can.
I can?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna smack him with a lightning bolt then.
Alright.
From Call Lightning.
I would say you would probably want to stand in front of Kreth while casting that, but otherwise you wouldn't hit anything else.
Wait, why stand? It's Call Lightning from the sky.
Oh, you're calling... I thought you were casting Lightning Bolt. My bad. Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't have that up right now.
It is going to make a dexterity saving throw. It fails. I don't know why I thought you
14.
were casting lightning bolt, but 14.
This time I actually called it by the right name.
Yeah, it is still bloodied and looking pretty rough now. Anything else you'd like to do, Kazi?
Yeah. Kazi's gonna... Oops, wrong button. Kazi's gonna run 30 feet down the wall.
Cool.
That's
Gerald is finishing up the rest of the kobolds on the wall here. That will finish off that one. I believe that is the last one alive on the western wall. A lot of people dead after this. A lot of dead bodies. Yeah, this one's dead. 19 damage. Obliterated. This scout does see the kobold and is going to attempt to fire at him. That will hit, and that will hit, actually. Let's see what damage. 6 and 9. Alright. That will actually... Kazi, after it's been struck by lightning, it begins to waver in the air, and suddenly a couple of arrows from multiple archers fire up at it, and some of the arrows, the volley, some of them manage to slam into the winged kobold, and it quickly begins to lose altitude until it finally slams into the ground. That will end the... That actually won't end the battle, because there are still some kobolds left. Kreth, it is your turn.
Alright, who's left?
Just some kobolds on the north side of the fortress.
Alright, I'm gonna move my mark to the closest one, and I'm gonna shoot him.
You
Do I hit?
You cannot see any of them where you
Oh,
currently
can
are.
I move to see them?
Yes, you could. You would have to go down the stairs here, but you could get an angle on them. Maybe.
Does that work?
How far did you go?
30 feet.
I will say you can go right about here. You can get an angle on one of them. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack. That will hit. I'll just...
Okay.
That will obliterate that one. Would you like to move it?
Okay. Alright.
Would you like to
Move the
push it
mark?
back 10 feet?
Oh. Is there a point? Isn't he dead?
Yeah, he's dead. Would you
I
like
didn't
to
even roll
move
on
him
the
back 10
damage
feet?
dice.
Yeah,
Push
you...
your body away.
Yeah. You can fling it off the wall, basically.
Sure. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it goes flying off the wall 10 feet. That will throw it into the onto the drawbridge.
Would I have to move again to see the other one?
Yeah, you would.
I guess I can't really do anything then.
All right, these guys will go. These guys are all dead. A lot of dead people. It seems to be the. Yeah, Celsi is going to move, and that's as far as she can get. She still doesn't have an angle on any of the kobolds, so she is going to dash. Adrien, it is now your turn. The winged kobold has been shot down by with the help of your eldritch blasts, a shot of lightning and a dozen arrows. I will remove... You are currently muted, but I will remove this sort of terrain here so you can see.
Sorry, yeah.
You do have an angle on Ruben massacring a couple of kobolds that are left here.
I still collide with the wall.
You'd have to move here, and then... I will move your token to the top. There we go.
Am I on top of kobolds, or are those allies?
They're all dead.
No, those are
all
dead.
dead. Those are all dead bodies.
So is this the only one that I can see?
Just these two.
I can't actually see that from this angle.
Oh yeah, you can't see that other one.
I actually have to move back slightly to see the other one.
Yeah.
So he's gonna stay there, and he's gonna start hitting the one closest to Ruben. Okay, what are the rules for deciding which attacks go where?
You would, narrative and gameplay wise, you would do those attacks one at a time. So if you want, you can blast. When you've eliminated one with your damage, you can strike another that's also within range.
Alright, that's 17, 10, 18, 23, 19, 25.
These are not the heavily armored ones, so 17, 18, 23, everything besides the 10 will hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage for the first one. For the first hit.
5.
It's actually dead. It was already wounded.
Alright, and then I'm gonna... 6.
It's barely alive.
6.
Then that will kill it. That is the last of the kobolds, actually. And so, with your Ruben, the last two kobolds on the wall that you've been cutting down these creatures at go down from some eldritch blasts.
If I move all the way...
Yes. I can move you onto the top of the wall if you want. Oh.
Yeah, that's probably about as far as I can go, because I think that's slightly farther than 60 feet, but I backtracked, so... And I can't see any more from here? It's like...
Nope, that is it. That will end the fight.
Oh. So I actually had an action to spare.
There is quiet about the fortress, however, there is still a large army that has been encamped on the outside of on the other side of the river. And the guards, you watch as the guards and the remaining knights and those that are still alive sort of gather up to the north wall, trying to reinforce it before the next wave arrive. But it doesn't look like anybody's coming across the bridge at the moment.
Is there anyone that need to be resurrected really help our chances at continuing to hold the fort?
You can imagine that it was probably about a 50-50 chance whether or not the invading army would have taken the fort on this assault. The wyverns could have gotten lucky with their attacks on the stronger members of this defensive force, and if that happened, the whole fortress would have fallen.
So I should probably...
The commander, the fortress commander, who you guys might have seen before as you were passing through to the north. As you're passing through the north to get to the ruins, a whole maybe month or 2 months ago in game, the fortress commander comes up to you guys along with this scout commander. It does look like the priest is dead. There's also a number of dead guards if you would like to revivify some of them. They have probably died within the last minute, so they would be revivable. But there is a lot of them. So which one would you like to do?
The question would be, like, in particular, I assume the Argentus clan can reimburse me for
possibly
spell component costs, right?
For the purposes of defending his fort, that is very likely. Though whether or not you can get your reimbursement now, that would be probably more difficult. It would probably be in the future that you would be reimbursed. You can resurrect. It would probably be the priest, as that is one of the main, the tougher defenders of the fortress that went down. Are you using one of your diamonds?
I only have one. Oh. Adrien is going to cast Revivify on the priest. As long as he's not, like, missing his head, because otherwise the spell just fails.
Okay, nope. He was just a sword wound. And poison. So yeah, you revivify the priest of the Golden Will, and he gasps and then sits up, feeling the part of his chest where he was stabbed by the sword, and then injected with poison by the wyvern. May the Golden Will be with you. Thank you. I need to... And he quickly gets back to... He's going to start healing people almost immediately with the remainder of the spells gifted by his god. The commander's going to go up to you guys. Thank goodness you guys came. Thank goodness you guys came when you did. You were like a force onto yourselves.
It's at this point that Adrien just sags against the wall as he loses concentration on haste.
I thought we were done for there. I don't think this fortress is going to hold. Not without a few hundred reinforcements, I'd say. Who sent you?
As he steps forward, the Argentus. The Argentus. We were sent by my father, Lord Argentus.
And I'm from the guild. That's Geralt, who's also answering. Nice to see some powerful forces are working together on this one. Unfortunately, even with your support, I doubt you can handle... We originally started with 100, 150 soldiers. They've been weakening us down. I'm not sure if they've been toying with us or what's going on, but the majority of their force has stayed across the river, and they've been just sending group after group of kobolds, a couple of wyverns, and the occasional magic caster. You can see now where over the walls there have been dozens, maybe hundreds of kobold bodies have been dumped into the sea, so much that the water, even though the water is constantly rushing past in quite a torrent, it's still murky where hundreds of bodies have been dumped.
How much XP is that?
Actually, that is a good question. Shoot, how many? This would take a minute to count up, but actually, I'll give you your XP right before we continue here. I'm gonna say there's 30 of these guys. Compared to the wyverns, the kobolds are gonna be basically worth nothing. Oh yeah, hang on.
Like, all the kobolds might be worth one wyvern.
They're worth a third of a single wyvern.
All of them put together?
Yeah. Okay, that's the wyverns. Oh, and then there was also the winged guy. He is... Yep, you did have some assistance, but ultimately you guys get 4,375 XP from that fight. The wyverns being the wyverns are actually very deadly opponents, and you guys got pretty lucky that none of them got in. Only one of them got in close with your guys' group.
Do we level up?
Yes.
I got 26,085 total.
Yes, level... What level would this be? Level
7.
7.
Level 7. Alright, we will pause the story right here. Actually... yeah, you guys can't level up just yet, as you will need to take a long rest before you can do so. But you guys are speaking... There's the commander, appears to be a halfling that appears to be a scoutmaster, and then there's the priest that are currently talking with you guys. Yeah.
4,000...
375.
Alright.
This is useful. Now I can leave.
Let's abandon them now. We got our XP.
No, I'm just like the defensive tactics thing I get, where I can choose to have the one where opportunity attacks have disadvantage, so I can leave and not get murked, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's useful.
Oh, dodge attacks of opportunity.
They would get disadvantage on opportunity attacks.
Nice.
So you're from Whitewall, the Argentus clan, you said?
Yes. Kaszi'iser.
Is there any news of forces being brought this way, or are you all it?
With a start, hopefully. I was told others were being sent, but with how bad this is, I have no idea how many are being sent. That's what's certain.
We're gonna need to clear the bodies. They've already started clearing the kobold bodies and guard bodies that are laid around the fortress. It's going to be, what, maybe an hour before they send the next wave? That has been, so far, this is the halfling archer. That has been what I've observed so far.
So do we have time to take a short rest then?
Yes, you guys do, but the commander is going to ask you, is there any news from Westwood? Are they sending any reinforcements? And also, do we have any orders from the mayor? Or the town guard? Or the guard captain there?
Did they send us with anything?
They did not. My professional opinion is that this fortress is doomed without at least 150 reinforcements. And that's armored guards, not just rabble that we can conjure up from a bunch of villages.
Did your father give any clue as to how long reinforcements were going to be? Kazi?
No, I don't think so. Did he, Andrew?
You were not given that, though I believe, if I remember correctly, he did tell you. If he didn't tell you, then we can just say he told you at some point off camera that they were sending reinforcements to the I don't know why I can never think of. There's too many nouns in this campaign.
Fort Marshlight?
Not necessarily Fort Marshlight, the Goldmark region.
Oh.
They were planning on contesting the dragon's forces wherever they were sprouting out. In this case, the three fronts appear to be the Goldmark region, the Shattered Lands region, and if I remember this correctly, the Cold Valley region. But you're only aware of that because Ruben received a message that there was some fighting happening there from Archmage Coldheart. So you guys are currently at the fortress.
So the question is, do we actually try and hold the fort, or do we retreat? Huh?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because what was it, the fort commander said that he wasn't sure the we could hold the fort if we didn't get reinforcements of at least 150 armed guards.
Yeah. Not. Is there anywhere where we know of that we could get 150 armed guards?
Well,
Or do we just destroy them?
he's giving a general guesstimation. You could possibly, that might be the entire guard of Westwood, for example. So if you manage to convince them to come over here, but even then it would take them a day and a half at a forced march to get to this spot. I'm going to enemy force marker to mark where they are at the moment. But there is quite a large army. It looks like what you guys fought might have been maybe like a platoon from this larger force. There are probably thousands across the river.
So not something we could hold with the soldiers we have. We may have fended off this attack, and we might be able to fend off a couple more like it, but we wouldn't be able to hold it against much bigger of an attack.
What if we broke the bridge?
That would be useful if we hadn't already thought of that. He points to like halfway across the bridge where it looks like it has been hastily repaired over with some logs and wooden planks. They built a new one. It stalled them for maybe, I would say, a couple of hours.
What would it take to destroy a pillar of the bridge?
Oh, true. Yeah, sure.
We would need something that could destroy stone. You see these waters? Any wooden bridge would be swept away. At least anything below the water line. There is the waters of this river are supernaturally fast, at least in this area of the region. And so because of that, it's like almost like constant whitewater torrent, but for hundreds of feet. So imagine the width of the Mississippi, but like all of it is whitewater rapids. And not like the Grand Rapids kind either, like the fast-moving river kind. So, yeah, if we can take out the stone pillars that hold up the foundation of this bridge, unfortunately, if we tried to do that, they would shoot at us from across the river.
Actually, what are the rules for elementalism?
That would not be. Is that a cantrip?
Yeah.
That would not be able to move stone. You could move gravel and yeah.
No, I'm not saying move it. We can shape it, right? Could we just use it to effectively shave off chunks?
What are the limitations to that spell? Is that something you would have to see? I'm not trying to shut down your ideas. I'm just saying that this would be a difficult task. But if you have anything that can reshape stone or destroy stone, will work in this situation. You would just have to aim it at the right spots.
Sculpt element. You can cause dirt, sand, fire, smoke, mist, or water that can fit in a 1-foot cube to assume a crude shape for 1 hour.
Or you can beckon earth. You can create a thin shroud of dust or sand that covers surfaces in a 5-foot square. This would not be able to destroy. What he's talking about is like large, huge, heavy stone blocks that have been placed in the center of the river to allow a bridge to be built over them.
Okay, so huge blocks. So it's not like a narrow-ish pillar that we could gnaw through in a few minutes with...
Nope. Yep. You have some time to decide as you're taking a short rest. But at the end of the short rest, based on what they've said, the army will send in another force. So you have an hour. So... I am looking for bright ideas if you have any. Otherwise, I'm looking at a very bleak prospect for me and my men. Me and my men are going to have to retreat if they get over the walls again. We can't have our entire force killed here. If they get across the river, we can always hit them with hit-and-run attacks, and they would have to besiege Westwood, and that has at least twice the guard that we have here. Oh, speaking of which, have they dealt with that guild and the Rook problem? That was what I heard last time.
Yes, we dealt with it before we came here.
Well, that's at least some good news. The only thing we have really going for us besides you guys freeing Westwood is the fact that the dragon hasn't arrived yet. Or any of those powerful archmages that we heard about. They seem to be staying in the Cold Valley region.
Yes.
If an archmage
anyone have
arrived
paper?
on scene, we would already all be dead.
Does anyone have paper? Kazi says, looking around.
I have some paper. This is the priest, and he hands you mostly just some cheap parchment.
Kazi takes it and he writes a letter to both the High Priest of the Golden Will and to the Mayor of Goldmark, saying, "We need your guard, unless you wish for Fort Marshlight to fall." He makes it more polite than
Wait, hold on a second.
What?
Chelsea has message. A greater message. Or, no, it's sending, isn't it?
Does she have sending? Let me quick check here.
Because she used that to contact us, specifically for the Gauntlet trial when she found it, remember?
Or does she use a spell? That's what I want to know.
Let me double check. That is a spell in the cleric's. Did I make a severe lore mistake? That's the real question. No, yeah, that is. She can. She doesn't have that prepared, but she can prepare that with a long rest.
Okay, it would have to be a long rest, though.
Yep, but she doesn't currently have. She has, for her higher level spells, which actually she's currently out of those. She has Augury, Locate Object, Prayer of Healing, Spiritual Weapon, and Magic Weapon for her second level spells. But she used her third level spells during the fight. Oh, and I just realized she had Spirit Guardians up. Whoops, the Wyvern should have taken some damage when it approached her. So what are you guys doing? As you look across the walls of the fortress, there are very few guards left on the guarding the walls. A good chunk of the remainder were killed off during the last fight, though there are still some left.
I'm not sure what we can do.
My suggestion is that if we are forced to retreat, we can always hit them with hit-and-run attacks, and that Westwood, as I was saying, Westwood has many more forces than we do. And higher walls. We could hold for a couple of weeks. Long enough for people to come through teleportation, or the long way. Yeah, all while they're burning down our villages and anybody poor enough to move nearby. If we hold this fortress, we have the entirety of the west-north side of the Goldmark region. Unless they would like to walk all the way around, which they apparently don't want to do. You have a point, but regardless, once they get over the wall again, me and my men are leaving. I'm not holding that against you. If we don't have an answer, we're going to have to abandon the fortress. But if you can take out the foundation of this bridge, that would buy us a lot of time.
What is the bridge made out of? Pure stone, or is it brick and mortar?
This would be, yeah, there's large stone blocks, but they are held together with mortar. So the speed and the velocity of this water, it might be that if you removed what's holding the stones together, it could just be completely swept away.
Kazi is going to try to use elementalism to sculpt the dirt, or what's it called? Mortar between the bricks.
Are you going out onto the bridge?
Yes.
All right. To get close enough, you can see that there's a couple of kobolds on the edge of the camp. There's a lot of kobolds walking around, but along the bank of the river, you see they are spotting you as you make your way across about partway across the bridge. You are now within archery range. They will have disadvantage on attacks against you, but you are within their range and they are going to fire at you if you attempt to do anything. They're going to start firing at you regardless, but if you, you will effectively be in combat for a few moments, whatever you're trying to do.
Because Kazi is going to cast Force Wall.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that will block the arrows. Celsi is going to see if she has anything that would be useful. Unfortunately...
Do you have elementalism, Adrien?
Yeah, Adrien has elementalism.
Okay, so Adrien is going to come out with me, and we're going to try and pick apart
That's
the mortar.
actually one of his permanent cantrips, so...
Kazi is also going to alternately cast Mage Hands to pull the pieces out of there.
Okay, how long is elementalism again? Oh, where'd it go? I thought we had it up somewhere.
Single cast. Not really. It's a cantrip.
Okay, it's an
a
action.
Cantrip. Yeah, action, duration instantaneous.
How long does
I need both element.
how long does the wall last for?
It's concentration. Up to 10 minutes.
Up to 10 minutes. All right. And elementalism has a range of 30 feet. Yeah, you could get deep into the water. The two of you get to work using elementalism. Unfortunately, you can't. Yeah, you managed to get some of the mortar, but it's a tiny bit each time. But with the two of you constantly working, I'm going to need both of you to make... It will be less of your magical talent, and it'll more of just be your sheer... Just to see how much you can get done over the course of 10 minutes of just constant work. So I'm going to need you guys to make constitution checks.
Checks.
Yes.
Okay.
12.
Okay. And Adrien?
21. I don't think I've ever made a constitution ability check, so I had to figure out.
Ah, okay.
That's a 21.
The two of you get to work. You are slowly, piece by piece, it feels like you're like trying to carve through a wall with a spoon at some point. But you, piece by piece, you manage to scoop away mortar, the ancient mortar that has kept these stones together, probably waterproof based off of just the sheer amount of water that's going through. But even still, you manage to get one of these huge, probably 1 ton weighted stones at the very bottom of this bridge. As arrows pelt the force wall you have put up, Kazi, you scoop out piece by piece until at about 8 or 9 minutes, there is a sound of something moving. There's this awful scraping sound, even above the roar of this dangerously fast river. You hear something scraping. The sound of massive blocks of stone scraping across one another.
Multiple ones scraping? Like the bridge is about to collapse?
Just one. But the bridge is made out of these massive blocks of stone. And
like,
so
how many would
you
we
hear
need to take out?
you hear crackling as this stone, as one of the huge sort of cornerstones of this bridge on this would be the western end of the bridge where you guys are, starts to rumble, and the bridge beneath you begins to shake a little bit. The water is pushing this massive stone out of the way of it holding up the bridge. Alright, I'm going to need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
I'm just going to cast it for Mrs. Death.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to teleport out of the way, Adrien.
After the short rest?
This would be before the short rest.
Okay, then I have no spell slots. So I'm just stuck making a dexterity saving throw unless I can, like, fast. Fly. Ouch.
Actually, Kazi's not going to cast Misty Step. He's just going to use his wings.
Oh, you can fly now? Or...
He's been able to fly for a while. I just forgot.
Wait, in that case, would I be able to cast Levitate?
Yeah, you can cast Levitate. Do you need a spell slot for that?
Nope. That is a class feature.
Yeah. Kazi, you lift up into the sky as the bridge beneath you rumbles and then starts to tear apart, even connected with the whatever supernatural or maybe even whatever magical or well-designed mortar this is. It is not tough enough to hold up the bridge without the stone holding it up, and the stone blocks tear apart beneath you, and then the wood quickly follows it, just resting on top of the stone foundations. And you watch as the massive stone brick, probably the size of a car, is torn out by the supernaturally dangerous river and quickly begins tumbling downstream. Fortunately, Adrien, unfortunately, you are still standing on this bridge, and you begin to tumble down, but then suddenly you remember you can just cast Levitate, and you stop falling maybe a foot or two above this dangerously fast water, and now you're just floating there, inches away from a very, perhaps harrowing, like maybe even lethal danger that you have narrowly avoided.
How many times, as Adrien is hovering mere inches above the river, he looks up at Kazi and he says, "And this is the second time on our adventure that I've almost died to falling. Except this time it wouldn't have been Featherfall that saved.
As you are saying that, you are interrupted as there are arrows flying past you, and you are no longer right behind the force wall since you fell a number of feet, and the bridge is now taken out. But one of the arrows is going to strike you. You do take it's a grazing blow, and it flies past your arm, and it manages to cut a little bit. Oh, does a 20 hit? I'm assuming a 20 hits.
20.
Okay.
20 hits.
You take. Fortunately, you only take 3 points of damage, so it's only a grazing shot. But there are more arrows heading your way, as they seem to be very intent on shooting you guys.
Okay. Adrien is going out of there. However, I do have to roll a con save for that. I took damage. Yeah, no, I don't care. Okay. So, am I allowed to use my? I'm allowed to use my heroic inspiration to roll that, right?
Yeah, you can.
So is that just a regular roll then, or is that still advantage as of...
You can roll with advantage. You can roll it again with advantage.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, so you don't lose concentration on your levitation?
Yes.
Is levitation a concentration spell?
Yes, it is.
Ah, okay. I wasn't aware of that. Alright, yeah, fortunately, you managed to hold concentration, even with the getting struck suddenly by an arrow, and you guys quickly retreat from the bridge. The bridge is now taken out, so actually, you have bought quite a bit of time for the fortress. The army now being stuck on the east bank of the river. Yes.
On the mechanics of, what do temporary hit points actually look like in that setting?
The issue here is that temporary hit points could be, they could be any number of things. They could be the extra motivation to move on, to carry on. If you're like, for example, if you've been given motivation by a speech, a rousing speech through the feat that allows you to give people temporary hit points through giving them a speech. And so there's that, but then there's also magical hit points that can act as more of like a magical shield in a way, buffering attacks before they slam into you. So, do you have temporary hit points at the moment? Oh, yeah, your false life?
Yeah,
Your false life, I imagine, would look like you get hit, you take the damage, but then suddenly it instantly, the skin patches itself back up. You have like a buffer of healing.
Okay, yeah. Because Adrien just spams false life. Because he can.
Okay, yeah. Alright, you guys are now the fortress appears to be, at least you have bought some time. Where are you guys going? It is the end of the session, so we'll have you guys, you can make a long rest here. You are no longer in danger of another platoon being sent across the bridge. So you can take a long rest here if you wish. And you can level up. Also, for helping defend Fort Marshlight and the western...
Oh, come on!
What?
Sorry, I rolled the D4 for like the fourth time in a row, and I still haven't rolled a 4. Adrien is getting thoroughly sick of Parent Killer.
For defending Fort Marshlight, I will give you guys 500 XP, but also you all get heroic inspiration. So you can mark the little dot next to your level on your guys' character sheet.
How many XP?
Okay, I mean...
500. You guys can level up to level 7 now.
So... does it work any different mechanically for Adrien because he already gets the heroic inspiration, or because he expended it, he just recovers it slightly faster?
Yeah, you would just recover it slightly faster. Unfortunately, no change for you as a human, but everybody else gets heroic inspiration. And now everybody levels up. What do all of you guys get? I'm actually curious because I don't have all the classes memorized.
It depends on whether I take a level in Warlock or Wizard.
The 7th level... Kazi gets 4th level spells. That's cool.
Wait, I do?
Wait, are we going to level... We're going to level 7, right? Yeah. Yeah, you get a 4th level spell slot now. At level 7, Wizard.
Nice.
Does the Ranger get nothing? What is this? They always gotta bully the ranger in this game.
What does the ranger just get? Extra HP, or
You can get another. He learns another spell, but I have no idea. Oh, maybe his subclass gives him something at level 7.
Andrew, for spells like Bark Skin, can I use that for on myself, or do I have to use it on someone else?
Yes, you can use that on yourself.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the Kreth gets defensive tactics. That's what he mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So he can either do escape the horde during a long rest or multi-attack defense. Or does he get? Yeah, he can choose. He can switch between them every rest. But yeah, that is where we're going to end today's session.